Bam! What's going on, guys? Follow CQ here.
Cassandra Lee, and together we are the Power Couple.
And welcome, guys. Man, look, listen, I'm excited because we're actually going to be having a couple sharing with us what, babe?
Man, how they suck money from Facebook daily, daily, man. By the way, results are not typical. And when we say that they suck money out of Facebook, we can't speak for everyone. It's just them. They just have this,
they got this
secret vacuum.
Power.
They have this secret vacuum that they plug into Facebook. I don't even. That's how we invited them.
And it's
because
connected
I don't
to
get
their
it.
bank account.
Yeah, I don't get how they have this vacuum connected.
Exactly.
It doesn't. I don't get it.
It doesn't click.
It doesn't click. But hey, that's why they're here, and I'm sure you all out there are going, "What the heck is it that they know that you have not yet learned?" So just what I would do is put yourself in a room, right, where you can be totally engaged in a learning environment. There's no distractions, no birds flying, no food, passing by that makes you go, ooh, I want some. Let me get up and go, right? Just be in a nice environment, okay? That way you don't miss out on any of the secrets, that Abram and Nikki are going to share with you guys. And one thing that Val and I want to make sure you guys have in place is the mindset to receive, man. The mindset to receive, because I find that no matter what this beautiful, lovely couple in Colorado, share with us, it will not click if you have not had the mindset of receiving it. That's where it all starts, guys. We actually just did, an audio earlier today. We were talking about how winning is a choice, y'all. It's a choice, right? And it starts with making that decision. And there's a really powerful quote that I love to quote because it's a powerful quote. And I just said quote about 3 times. Well, now 4 in a single sentence. And that's okay. But the quote says, the problem is not the actions. It's the people that don't keep doing them. And that is so important because a lot of you, say, well, I've heard Facebook before. I've learned some things about Facebook. That Facebook, strategy, I learned it.
Man, I know that stuff.
What could they possibly say that I don't already know?
I already know.
You know what I want to do is just slap you for a second. Wipe that out, right? Because it's all about the mindset. It's not the action. It's the people that don't keep doing them. And so you might miss out on some valuable things by thinking that way, right? By putting these limitations to yourself. A lot of people, my pastor said this, he's like, a lot of people are afraid of persistent because they're more interested in instant. And that's a powerful, concept to understand. That's a paradigm shift, right? When you think of it that way. And I want you all to really be in position to receive what's about to be said, because obviously, Abram and Nikki are in a place where you want to be. Because how do I know that? Well, you're here, right? You're here. You obviously want to listen. You obviously want to learn something. So if you don't want what they have, right? If you don't want to be where they are, then just exit and leave, because it seems like you already know what you're doing, right? But I'm excited. I'm pumped up. We the Power Couple. I was sending just one quick message to everyone before we get started. And I just want everyone to come on out, introduce yourselves really quick. Everyone here on the panel, if you're wondering who the heck are they,
who are they?
Who are they?
Let's ask them.
These guys are Black Card members, man. They are the ones who have, made the conscious decision, the public decision that they are willing to do whatever it takes to get to their next level in life, right? That's what they decided. And so they get the privilege and honor to be on this panel to kind of hear on and ask, questions secretively, to our guests, Abram and Nikki. So let's go ahead. Let's bring out Skyrocket. If you can unmute yourself, put your camera on, let everyone know who you be. Skyrocket.
What it be? Come on.
What it be? What it do? You already know. Go ahead, man.
What's going on, guys? Skyrocket here. Yo, I am really excited for this training because we've had a Facebook training before, but Facebook is not just limited to messaging and searching for different people. There's a lot of different methods that we still got to learn about it. So just because it seems really common, don't think that you're a master about it. There's got to be something we can all learn here, and I'm excited to learn it. So let's go.
Word. Skyrocket himself from Pennsylvania. You heard it, man. This message is approved by Skyrocket. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. All right, Regina from North Carolina. Go ahead, girl.
Hey, everyone. I'm Regina from Marion, North Carolina. And, yeah, just like Skyrocket said, I mean, Facebook was it came out so long ago, but there's been so many different creative ways that you can market. And just because we've gotten to one or two of them doesn't mean that we know all of them. And I tell you, I'm learning something new every single time I learn about Facebook. So this is definitely something that's going to pay off. It's going to be exciting, amazing. So you want to take some really good notes and apply them, because that's what's going to get you the results, basically.
Words. Awesome. Regina, thank you. And we have James Brown from New Zealand. Come on out here, buddy.
Hey guys, my name is James Brown, and I'm excited about this because I have done, I've been pulling teeth trying to do something for so long, and until I ran to these guys, I don't know if you've ever met these guys, but I met them personally, and I've listened to some of their training, and it is unbelievable. Listen to what these guys are going to be sharing, because it's going to change my business. I'm excited. I'm going to be taking some awesome notes, and that's it.
Awesome. I look weird on your screen, man. Don't do that. You gotta warn me, man. All right, let's have.
Oh, the TV in the background.
Let's have Mr. Whatever It Takes and Two People, One Vision, Daniel and Rebecca. Come on out. I know she's driving.
Hey guys, this is Rebecca. We are extremely excited. I mean, Facebook is really cool. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm on Facebook like hourly, probably. So, you know, and but yeah, this is exciting in general, just to be here and to always learn new things to do, especially when it comes to things that I like being a part of or being on, like Facebook. So.
Word. Very good. Very good. I know Dan's at work, so he's kind of listening in. But man, I'm excited, guys, because Avram and Nikki, man, when we first kind of saw them teach on, like, you know, social media and Facebook, they did a training back in Seattle, right? Now I want to share a story before I bring you guys out, right? You know, Ballo and I, we went to Seattle. We actually bought a one-way ticket there, okay? One-way ticket there. We're like, I don't know how we're gonna get home. I guess we got to learn something really powerful to make money, you know, so we can get home.
We're like, I guess you're gonna have to sell a 15K or something.
Yeah, we got to sell something, right? And we went over there just on total faith, right, that we were going to just, you know, get the missing component to our business, right? And I was like, you know, this is how you know when you're hungry, right? When you're totally committed, you burn the ships, you just go forward. That's it, period, right? And that's what we did. And we showed up there, and you know, we showed up there with negative $4 in our account, right? We were just broke. This is like the broke time of our life, right? And we showed up. And it was just awesome, right? Abram and Nikki go up in there, and they start talking about all this social media stuff, and just about everything that they said. We looked at each other, and we got red in the face. We got really embarrassed.
Damn.
We you know, just spouted down, and we're like, holy crap, I gotta delete every post on Facebook now.
We're like, damn, we have been posting and tagging people.
Yeah, like, don't do this. You know, if you're doing this, you just look desperate. And I'm like, oh God, no.
Delete now. Go to Facebook.
I'm trying to get rid of it, right? And I just got so much insight of what Facebook is like. Go ahead, man.
That's what we were laughing.
Yeah, man. I was like,
hilarious. But I want to hear you finish. I think it's great that you're like admitting it, because I think a lot of people, they feel ashamed and then they're quiet. You know what I'm saying? So you guys felt the shame, and then you said, I gotta change this.
I mean, in our situation needed the change, you know? Like, obviously it wasn't working. You know, we needed something to work, or else we were just gonna be, you know, homeless in Seattle, you know? So we had to figure something out. And so we got so embarrassed, we just started, like, changing things. And Seattle was actually the breaking point of our business. You know?
It was.
That was the moment, the beginning. You know, that was when you know, one of the leaders there, Paul Gardner, you know, asked us to shout our intention. That's when we told everyone when we're going to be millionaires, right? That was when, you know, we got literally, we basically listened to every person at that event, and we just took all the, like, components, put it all together, and we created, like, this master plan. Now, I believe it was a master plan. Like, we were at the mansion there, and we're like, you know, writing this master plan. You know, we have, like, smirks on our face, and we're just like, ha, 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 ha. And everyone's looking at us, and we're like, oh, we're going to create something good.
Yeah.
Literally that month, we ended up staying there for about a month and a half, right? We didn't have any money.
It took us that long.
Took us that long, right? For a month and a half, we were like staying in the office of a martial arts school. It was like the size of a closet. It was so tiny. We were sleeping on sleeping bags.
Yeah, yeah.
And
we were just getting our hustle on.
Getting our hustle on. We locked ourselves there in that office, morning to night. You know, as they were running martial arts classes in the background, we were just.
It was a little embarrassing.
It was a little embarrassing.
Like we were getting out of there. The parents were like, "Do you live there? What are you doing in there?"
We had to go to the gym to shower, right? We like asked for like free passes.
And then the passes ran out.
The passes ran out. We had to go to another gym. Right, like it was ridiculous, right? What happened in Seattle, but
it stays in Seattle.
It stays in Seattle. But let me tell you, man, we applied a lot of what they taught us, right?
Sleepless in Seattle.
But except homeless in Seattle.
Yeah, it's like
I know, right? We were told that it's like the best place to go homeless. So we were like, you know, we were enjoying everything, but you know, so Seattle's when everything changed, right? We put all the components together. We applied a lot of what Abram and Nikki said, and we made our first sale, which ended up turning into our first black sale, right? Our first $3,000 in a day, right? That ended up turning into that, and it just blew up from there. We did like 40 sponsored people into our business personally in that month from that moment of Seattle. And that was when our whole life began to just transform. Yep. It didn't get easier. It just got, you know, we began to understand more. We still hit a few rough patches. And I'm telling you, what they shared in Seattle is a very huge part of why we are successful today. And so we just want to say thank you, Abram and Nikki. You guys are the bomb.
We appreciate you guys.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you going out there, making the choice to succeed.
Thank you.
Because if you never made that choice, we probably would not have succeeded today, right? It's because you guys made that choice, decided to share all that knowledge and wisdom at Seattle that we are able to do what we're doing now. So with that being said, those of you in the audience, that just goes to show that your life can possibly change forever after what is said tonight. So let's have Abram and Nikki come on out here. Woo!
Woo! That was like the best intro ever.
Yeah, literally, your guys' energy is contagious. I'm getting really excited right now. It's not showing yet. It's gonna come out. It's gonna just be like.
I think your hair is showing it. Your hair's showing it.
You know when you're sitting in a classroom with somebody and somebody's got their leg going like this? And they're just like, you know what I mean? Like, and they're shaking the desk. That's how Abram is right now.
That's how he is 24/7. It's like annoying, but.
You can't tell because you can only see from like here up, and it's just like it's going crazy over here on my feet. Yeah. Well, hey, you know, we appreciate you guys having us come out. I know the second that you invited us, it was like, you know, we were just excited. You know, we're the type of people I think you'll figure out really quickly that we operate primarily on our own intuition, right? And like we're always feeling the vibe out. We're always going off of the energy, and I know we're going to talk about that too.
Well, you guys are martial artists, so it's like you can relate to, you know, like tapping into your chi and the source of your energy and actually harnessing that and using that for everything. Like it's not just a cool hobby, but you can actually use that for your business. So. And
that's what we do, you know. It's like if it doesn't feel right, we don't do it. You know, we've made some decisions with our business that people are like, that seems kind of stupid. But then 6 months later, they're like, oh, I guess we were the ones that were stupid because we weren't listening to the information that was actually out there that you guys managed to pick up and act on that we ignored, right? That's kind of how it goes with us. And so when you invited us to come on this, it was like, boom, instant. It just felt good, and we're like, yeah, let's do it.
Well, and congratulations. I have to say congratulations to both of you. I remember meeting you guys, and, you know, you both had that fire and that sort of desire and fire in your eyes, and you didn't give up. You know what I mean? No matter what you're going through, you didn't give up, and now you have results to show for that. So, I mean, we just see it over and over and over again, that those people, you know, it's interesting how the majority of people actually like won't make a change, but it's amazing how fast things change when somebody makes that decision. You know, it's like an overnight shift. Even if all the results don't come the next day, it's like it's inevitable that success will occur. So I just want to congratulate you guys on making the decision for yourselves to transform your lives and like just go for it, you know? and fail forward and not let, embarrassment stop you, because the only way that you can truly stay in embarrassment is if you keep beating yourself over the head with what you think you're doing wrong, versus like getting the information and being like, oh, I'm not doing this right, course correct, you know what I mean? And you just move forward. So I want to have Abram take it away, because I know you want to tell people a little bit about us and where we're coming from, what we've achieved, why everybody's asking us about Facebook, how are you guys doing it? Because our results are definitely not only not typical, but I would say extraordinary and phenomenal. Just to be real about that.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know anybody else that's had the same sort of results that we've had with Facebook. And so what we've done, just to give you an idea, and also like get an idea of why you should listen and really pay attention of what we've been able to do is, this is our first rodeo in the industry, right? This is the first business that we've ever joined, and we came in pretty fresh and without, well, first of all, without any baggage. But the only thing that we knew coming in was that we knew a little bit about Facebook, and we knew what it was like to, put blogs on Facebook and start growing a following. And I know we're going to jump into some of that stuff tonight, because we both built a really strong, super engaged tribe and a following that's been with us, like me, even since the beginning of 2010. I didn't know what I was doing then, but it's created such a huge momentum when we joined this business. People just started joining left and right, and like we literally couldn't stop. Like we sponsored like 60-something people in 50 days. We sponsored 120 people by the time we got to our second event. It was just like crazy, and the reason for that is because of some of the stuff that we're going to teach you tonight. So just to throw out some numbers, because everybody likes some numbers, right?
Let's be clear that this was all done with
free Facebook marketing. So we didn't spend any money.
This isn't PPP, FPCD, AFGHD.
I mean, I don't even know the alphabet, but
ZZA.
Definitely can't put them together.
There's a lot of acronyms these days.
Damn.
To keep track of.
Exactly. So it's like, it's cool. When we make a sale, all the money goes into our pocket because we didn't spend any money to get it. That's not to say that this is like the end-all, be-all strategy, right? This is just like the foundation of what we built our business on. And so what's occurred over the last like 2 years or so, we've earned over $285,000, $290,000 in take-home commissions, right? Results not typical. I don't know if you guys have an income disclaimer on this page, but if not, you can go to empowerheart.com/income, and that's what we've been able to do with free Facebook marketing. There was something else I was going to say about it. I'm just getting all excited.
Well, we reached our
right
first $250,000 in 19 months.
Yeah. And before this, we were earning, I think, at an average of about $3,000 a month between the two of us.
Yeah.
Oh, we also got to $250,000 in commissions with less than 5,000 Facebook friends combined. Okay, so you don't need like this crazy huge following. Numbers are important, but don't get it messed up thinking that
that you need to have like 50,000 followers or something like that.
You can do a lot with a little, and that's what we're really good at doing.
Yeah.
So those are like the numbers perspective of what we've been capable of doing. Is it time to tell people why you're wearing a robe?
Well, maybe. I mean, you know what? I this is one of my favorite things to do, actually.
Is wear your robe. I know
is wear my robe.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll actually like.
It's really soft.
Yeah, it's really pink and soft. Sometimes I'll actually go like running errands in my robe, like a drive-through. I actually haven't been drinking coffee the last 2 months. I've been like detoxing and stuff, but like occasionally I'll like go to Starbucks with my robe on and just drive up to the drive-through, and the employees love it. You know what I mean? And they're like, where are you going? And I'm like, I'm going to work. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, wouldn't you like to work in your robe? So to me, to wear a robe like in the middle of the day or whatever is just kind of like my symbol of freedom, that I can actually go to work and I don't have to wear a uniform or fit into some like corporate mold or something. Like, I know I've had jobs where, I had to wear like pantyhose and nice lacquered shoes, and
I just have such a hard time like envisioning.
I know
like that.
Well, and to be honest, like I've had so many different jobs. Like I never held a job for more than like 6 months at a time because I always knew that I was going to be an entrepreneur. Nice. And so my approach to like having jobs was always like an exploration kind of thing of like I want to know where people are coming from, so I'm going to work on a farm for a month. I'm gonna work at Home Depot for 2 weeks, you know, like crazy stuff like that. And
bike messenger in Chicago, that's my favorite.
yeah, but I was a bike messenger in the middle of winter in Chicago. Yeah, and I actually had family taking bets that like I would only make it for like 2 weeks, a week, a day, and I made it through the whole winter.
Oh wow.
Yeah, through the whole winter. So so I've always had like I guess kind of a fierceness and an adventuresome spirit and a sense of curiosity about the world, and I would say that that's what you want to have with this business is a sense of adventure and curiosity, and you can adopt that attitude at any time. You know, like that's the beauty of getting to meet all these amazing people in Empower Network is like you look around and there's so much diversity. Like people are coming from so many different places. But anyway, so I was out shopping. I was out grocery shopping. I got caught up in work and stuff, and I went shopping, and it was like 10 minutes to this hangout, and I was like, okay, I could sort of, patch myself up and, look cute and, not shower but sort of appear a certain way, and then I'm like, no, I want to keep it real. I really want to shower. There's no time to, like, put a nice outfit on. I'm just going to wear my robe. And I knew I would be cool with that.
I was like, dang, yo, Nikki's a boss with that robe, man.
She's the commander. She's the commander. Like, she's the one running the show in the robe,
Yeah.
But I think it's a good metaphor for like the way that we build on Facebook, right? There's
exactly. Yeah.
A lot of people think that they have to create some sort of image,
right?
Or like people throw around this word a lot, and I think it's bullshit. They gotta create a brand on Facebook. And we gotta have all the images, and we gotta look like such a fucking badass in our photos.
Mm-hmm,
and it's like, stop. People want real. People are like so desperate for real. Because so many people have been faking it for a long time. That's how we roll on Facebook. Like, we are the ones in the robes, right? Mm-hmm. We are the ones in the robes. It's like, you're not gonna catch us doing, it's like, I like a nice shirt, okay? I'll wear a nice shirt every now and then, but when I'm hanging out, I'm a t-shirt kind of dude. I'm like a t-shirt and boxers kind of dude before 2 p.m. And then if I do go out, then I put on pants. Right?
Yeah.
But that's kind of like the attitude of really how we roll and how we operate on Facebook is that, first of all, nothing is a secret except for the stuff that, if you're going through a hard time, don't share about the hard time while you're going through it because it doesn't add value to anybody's life at that point. Right? But what's really cool is when you go through the triumph, right? You guys lived in the closet behind a freaking martial arts school or whatever it was that you said, right? You're talking about that now, but I'm guessing you weren't telling everybody like, yay, we're stuck in Seattle living in a closet. You don't do that.
They didn't come up to us at the event and say, hey guys, nice to meet you.
Oh my God, life is so hard right now.
We're in the closet right now. Can we take a selfie?
Right. It's like you guys didn't do that, and like you shouldn't do that either, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I mean is like there's certain things that you just don't say, which is if you're building a home-based business on the internet, do not tell people you're having a hard time, right? Like we come from like a coaching background, so we're busy laughing our butts off when we see like a coach, a life coach, trying being that person that's going to be a guide for somebody.
Update on my divorce. I thought it was over. But my ex he's really going at it, and he came to my house and we had a huge fight, so I need to get my lawyer after him. Please send prayers and love to me right now.
Plus 6 more pages of BS, right? And they're a coach, because then the next day they're like, I have this relationship workshop coming up, who wants to come? And you're like, oh, dude, that's what you're doing with your home business if you're telling people about your struggle while you're going through it. So I'm not talking about like faking your way through it.
Right, because that's the polar opposite of that. A lot of times when people hear this information, they go the opposite end, and then they try to give themselves some sort of title, an image that they're not there yet. So I actually did a critique on somebody's profile the other day, and they had this banner that said, like, we are legacy consultants and mentors. And they're very awesome people, very well-meaning, just very, very sweet people. They're another power couple such as yourselves. And because they knew what we taught about don't share your shit. You know, they went the opposite and said that we're gonna like, you know, cast this vision of where we want to go and who we want to be. But the thing is that people watching you, they know you ain't that yet. They know you're not there yet. You know what I'm saying?
You feel it when they look at your page.
And then if you've got like 300 friends, 500, you got less than 1,000 friends, you haven't even been engaging. You've been a lurker. You have been a voyeur, which is, we're not saying like you're wrong for this. This is over 90% of people are voyeurs, okay? So you've been a voyeur and suddenly you hear about Facebook. Suddenly you hear Facebook is a great way to, you know, get leads and sales. Now you're going to go and create your like, I am this mentor, like banner, or you change up your whole, and you think that it's going to be, you can just switch it overnight like that. So you have to create a bridge. You have to create a bridge. And if you don't have a lot of activity and engagement on your Facebook, and then suddenly you claim,
get some.
Right.
Sorry, I just felt like,
yeah,
woo!
Get some money, or you start like shouting about, you know, yourself as like this big deal. People will think that you are fake. And you know, here's the thing for everyone to know. I imagine you guys have a lot of people who are already on your team and stuff like that listening. Is that correct, you guys?
Yeah, there's some people who are in our team already listening, and there's a few people who are just, you know, network marketers, and they're just.
Oh, wait, so they haven't like clicked the button on this page to get started, that kind of thing. Like they're just kind of like, wait, okay.
Yeah. So yeah. So the thing is that you have to sort of create like a space for people that's like your house or a playground. You know,
playground better. Some people's houses are like real messy.
Okay, well, how would you like your house to be? That's the chance that your virtual house to be.
Yeah.
You know, someone clicks on your profile. It's like they ring the doorbell. You open the door. What kind of space are people going to want to stay in? When they come to your house, imagine somebody coming to your house and they come in and they have you have an LCD screen or something, or you have a screen that's like, now, you know, $5.99, come and get your special. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have an ad as soon as they walk in the door, right? Exactly. They're going to be like, they're going to need to go to martial arts school just to get through your hallway. You know, they're going to have to be kicking down ads and stuff like that. You know, when people go to your house, they don't want to be going to the store. I mean, think about sometimes you go to someone's house and they got the TV blaring. You're like, oh my God, are we even going to be able to have a conversation?
Like cigarette smoke.
Yeah.
It's just nasty.
Right, exactly. So that's what it's like for people when they come and you've got, I'm going to, I guess, say it's spam. When you have a disconnect, when you're posting stuff to your audience and they don't have a connection with it, you're not really connecting with them and their emotions, then they're gonna be like, oh, this is a spammer, and I'm out of here, and they tune you out because you become the noise that they're already inundated with in their daily lives. So you have to be creative. You have to be creative, become creative, to stand out above the noise.
So, quick question. All right, this is where there's a path, and it splits.
Yes.
There's two of them. Okay, you can choose. You gotta tell me which one you want. So on one hand, we can tell you what it takes to grow and engage following on Facebook. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's one path, right? So like how to get more friends and connections and stuff like that. People that are going to be quality people to connect with, not just like random people that you're adding.
Right.
Okay, that's one. Okay, and then the other one is like a perspective that you probably never heard of in terms of marketing that will simplify all of your Facebook messaging, so you can finally understand why when you post certain things there's crickets every single time, and why when you post other things it just explodes. Mm-hmm. So those are your two options. Paul and Cassandra, which road would you like to go down first?
So we can choose both, basically, just which one we're going down first.
Yeah. Unless you run out of time.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
You might run out of time.
Okay, then let me answer the question fast. Ready, go. Road 1.
Okay, cool. So like how to get more fans, get more followers, and all that good stuff. Yeah. So we have a lot of different things that we can teach. One of the things that I think people need to understand is that look, if you want to drive traffic on Facebook, okay, and you want to get like 100 hits to your website, you have to understand that if you have 10 friends, you are not going to get 100 hits to your website. It's just not happening. It's not possible, right? Now, let's say you have 1,000 friends and you're looking to get 1,000 hits to your website. Okay, that starts to enter the realm of what's really possible, right? So while quality is very, very important, right, people that actually engage with and are connected to you, the other end of the spectrum, which we're addressing right now, is the quantity part, right? If you don't have 1,000 friends on Facebook and you're interested in marketing your business using Facebook, using free Facebook marketing methods, you need to get more friends.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right? You need to get more friends because 200 friends, 300 friends, it's not cutting.
600 friends is still not cutting it.
Still not cutting. You got to get to like 1,000, maybe even 1,500 is good. You start to get to a certain threshold, by the way, where people start requesting you, and you're not even sure where they came from. Okay, that's where you want to be. You want to be in a position like we're in, where
every day,
where literally, I have so many friend requests that I haven't gotten to that I just found out. The reason I haven't been getting more of them is because people go to click on my profile and they literally can't click to add me as a friend. I'm not maxed out at 5,000, but I have so many pending friend requests that I haven't gotten to because I don't have time to get to it. Okay, that's where you want to be, right? People constantly seeking you out. The other thing that I'm gonna mention is with the strategies and stuff that we're teaching you, this isn't about going out and chasing other people. Okay, we've made all of our sales
it's important.
passively by allowing other people to come to us based off of the content that we're posting. Okay.
And you know what? I think what's important to say is that what we're going to talk about can work for any business.
Yeah.
Like, and especially like if you are someone who offers a service, you know, maybe you're doing coaching or some sort of even a product, or I mean, I want to give the example of my friend who's a massage therapist.
Sure.
Because I think by saying what he isn't doing that he could be doing can actually help a lot of people to really to have a moment where it clicks. Like, oh, this is how I could do this.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, so I have this friend who actually has pretty good engagement. He posts funny stuff, entertaining stuff. He's really into fitness, bodybuilding, you know, that kind of thing. And I see a lot of people actually do something very similarly, where they sort of, you know, they're engaged, you know, they're active, they comment on other people's stuff, and then every once in a while he'll post something that's like, oh hey, you know, I'm running a special for my massages. If you know, call me now, I will give you 5 massages for the price of 1, or 2 massages for the price of 1. And even though he has like good engagement, it's like crickets. Like nobody is like really responding, and maybe he does get a person here and there. But imagine if he got like 10 people booked from that, you know, or 20 people, and he didn't have to go to a service like Groupon and really like I want to say whore himself out. You
can say whore himself
out. You know what I mean? Like so he does these posts, and there's this disconnect there. And what I see in him and other people like him is that they're actually underutilizing the potential that Facebook actually has, and by creating something like a blog and then promoting that blog on Facebook, that can actually be the bridge. So, for example, for him it would be, he would blog about you know, massage techniques for your lover, or you know, 5 ways to relax your body, you know, the benefits of massage, and not necessarily make, as he blogs, you know, with those about those massages, he may not necessarily, you know, tell people at the end of every blog, come and get a massage with me. But when he will post, people will get so much value out of it that when he does finally do a promotional post, he would have way more traction and way more results, and a lot more people coming to him for his massages. So, Abram, is there something that you want to add to that or elaborate on that?
No, I think that sets the stage probably for some other stuff that we'll talk about.
It's a good stage. So hopefully that comes across for you guys, like how, just by my friend's example, you know, how it can actually apply in other niches and other industries.
Yeah. So the other thing too that I want to kind of set straight before we sort of jump into more stuff is like fan pages versus personal Facebook profiles.
And the myths.
And the myths and stuff. And like we could probably do a whole training on this, but I'm going to sum it up in like 2 sentences. Okay? If you're in network marketing and you're looking at sponsoring people in your business and you're not doing paid advertising, you have no business building a fan page until you've got at least 5,000 friends. Okay? The reason for that is really simple. It's because Facebook is like really your posts are never going to get seen on a fan page. That's the easiest way to explain it. There's way more weight given to people's personal Facebook profiles. So like one of the big myths is that, oh, when I post something on Facebook, all of my friends will see it. It's a myth, right? It's a myth. They can only put so many things inside your Facebook newsfeed, and they have an algorithm that determines that. Maybe we'll talk about the algorithm later. Not my favorite subject. Post good stuff, you'll beat the algorithm, okay? But the thing is like, when you have your personal profile, you're going to get way more traction, way faster. People want to connect with people in this industry anyway.
Yes.
Okay.
So they join people, not products.
They join people, and that's why a Facebook profile is going to be your best bet to make the most impact now. If you do the same thing, if you have 500 friends on Facebook on your personal profile versus 500 fans on a Facebook fan page with your name on it, you'll see a huge difference between a post on your profile versus a post on your fan page in terms of engagement.
Yes, and here's the other thing too, is that think about this from your own perspective. When you become friends with somebody like Janet Wilson, okay, I don't even know this, I'm like making up a name, okay, Janet Wilson, right, and she's like a life coach or something. So you're like, okay, cool, we're friends now. And then like a week later, you're like, you know, Janet Wilson has requested that you like her fan page.
Janet Wilson Life
Coach. It's like, why would I go and like her fan page when I'm already connected to her? Do I want double the content? This is confusing. And it's a little bit spammy too. I think it's a little bit spammy when you get that request, oh, my fan, and honestly, it can come across as a little bit narcissistic. It's like, you ain't Beyonce yet, so why do you need a fan page that's like, look at me again. You friended me, but I want you to look at me again. And it's like, people, if you want to have a successful business, you have to be a servant leader, you know? And you have to have the heart of a servant, the desire to contribute to others, and that should always be at your forefront. You know, not me, look at me. So
yeah, so that's the fan page thing. Like, just unless you're gonna do paid advertising, there's no reason to have a fan page.
And even when you do, like, we use our fan page, it's almost kind of like a placeholder for the paid ads. Like don't put energy into it to try to build a tribe and a following at this point.
Because you haven't written a book yet. You haven't dropped an album. You know what I mean? Like, nobody cares. That's the thing, right? That's probably like one of the biggest tips that I can give you about Facebook and making it on Facebook. Nobody cares about you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
They're laughing. I want to hear their laughter. It's
if you start with that in mind, just think to yourself, okay, nobody cares about me. All right, cool. So now you can stop pretending like what you're posting is important, okay? Because nobody cares. Mm-hmm. And I'm saying it and being like really blunt about it because it's funny because you'll remember it now, right?
They care about themselves.
They care about themselves, and they're like wrapped up in their own stuff, right? They're in the closet behind the martial arts school,
looking for a way out.
Yeah. Right? And if you can get that, here's how you get them out of their head and actually looking at even considering what you're posting, right? And that's what Nikki talked about, which is like that go-giver mindset, right? You spend most of your time on Facebook actually going and connecting with people and leaving thoughtful comments on their stuff, right?
Yeah.
So this leads into like one of my first and most important strategies that I used initially and that we use to this day on how to grow our friends list and grow our fan base, right?
Wait, before you go there,
Yeah.
I just have to say, because embarrassment was mentioned a few times in the beginning, and you're being really blunt right now, which I'm sure, like, I know it's cool and everything, and I just want to add to that there is no need to be embarrassed for being uneducated. You know what I'm saying? For not knowing any better. Now, when you know better, and you still do the crappy thing, then you got a reason to be embarrassed. You know, then you're like, I just want to slap you then. You know what I mean? But there's no reason to be embarrassed because you don't know something. You know, so get over that. You know, this isn't school where you got, you know, punished because you didn't know the right answer. This is your life. This is your life and your business. So please move forward, Ian.
You're welcome. Hey, this is why I love her so much, right? This is why we're getting married. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, she's the yang to my yin, I'm the yin to my
Yeah. Power couple in the house.
yin.
I'm so happy for you guys, by the way.
Congratulations.
Congrats, man.
Yeah. My ring says to infinity, and hers says and beyond. Right, that's sort of like the energy of like what our relationship is together.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we started with, right? We said when we got together, one of the biggest deals, right? We made a deal, right? It's a deal, right? We promised each other that we'd always grow, and we'd always grow together.
Mm-hmm.
So that's always been like kind of our thing. That's how we run our business. That's how we do our relationship. That's pretty much how we do everything. So, so this first tip, right? It goes into it's far easier to be interested in other people than it is to be interesting.
Yes.
Like, you ever notice how much energy it takes to like, well, I know this because I kind of am this sometimes, to try to be the center of attention, right? It takes a lot of energy to become the center of attention, right? Leave that to the celebrities, right? Most of us just aren't that interesting, right? Like, when it comes down to it, you might think that we are, but we're probably not. Okay?
I think it's a paradox. I think we are when we're not trying to be.
There you go.
You know what I mean? But when you're trying, have you ever been in the room with somebody that's always competing to be the interesting person in the room? I actually know somebody like this. Someone I care about. They're kind of close to us, but it's like whenever we're around them, they don't let you get a word in edgewise. You know, they're like, oh, how, you know, what's new in your life? And you're like, well, this really exciting thing is happening. And they go, oh, yeah, you know what? Well, I had an exciting thing happen too. And they act like they're trying to find a commonality with you, but really, they ain't interested in what you have to say. It's, oh, back to me, you know, or you say like something like, oh, you know, I just went running today. I feel great. My body, and you don't even finish your sentence. They're like, oh, you know what? I used to go running all the time. I love running. I used to love running, and then I went running. You know, my cousin competed in this running triathlon, and you know, like I think I might get some running shorts. You know, I think I might go get some running shorts. You know, I really love that Nike brand. Don't you just love that Nike? And it's like you're just kind of like, wow, thanks. That was a great one-sided conversation. You know what I mean? And so that's easy to recognize offline, but we do it online a lot. So
it's like, you know what? Having a one-sided conversation is good when you're the one that's in control. So check this out. Right, I learned this from How to Win Friends and Influence People. You guys read How to Win Friends and Influence People? Okay, cool, good, because that book completely changed everything about the way that I interact with people on Facebook. So it's far more easy to be interested in what other people are doing than to be interesting. Because guess what happens? If you're interested and you get good at like asking people questions that allows them to actually like talk about who they are and where they're from and what they care about, at the end of that conversation, even if they spent 90% of the time talking, you know what they say? Oh my gosh, it was so good talking to you. Right? And the next time that you see them, they're like, oh my gosh, and they're thinking about how great and how much fun they had talking to you last time. Mm-hmm. So what you do offline is the same exact thing that you can do online. Right? Imagine if you treated Facebook exactly like the way that you treat your regular life. Okay?
Or better than you treat your regular life.
Right? Because you get a chance to like think about stuff before you type it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So really, like what I did early was I got good at asking people questions that was better than just yes or no. I got good at asking people questions that was like, What are you passionate about? What are your dreams? You know, if you weren't doing what you're doing right now, what would you be doing? You know, if money wasn't an issue for you, what would you be doing right now? You know, where would you travel? Where's your favorite place that you've ever been? Why? 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 Ask people why, right? And then people will write you back with some incredible insight, right? And what does that do? That builds rapport, right? That builds rapport. And what is rapport? Rapport is like influence. So that later on down the line, when you ask somebody, will you go visit my blog? They actually do it versus just writing you off. So here's my one tip. I'll put a bow on this one for you guys, and then you guys can take the present and unwrap it whenever you want to, right? Hopefully tonight you take it home and unwrap it. I made a joke about this the other day. We have this little Facebook group that we started building where we're teaching people Facebook stuff every day because this is like, we've never really taught it a lot, so we're excited to be sharing more and more of it because we're finally able to conceptualize why some of the stuff works that works. Because if you don't understand why it works, it's hard to teach it to people. But now we know why some of the stuff really works. So I was calling, I made this video, I called it like your Facebook digital business card, right? Are you using your Facebook digital business card? People are like, what is that? I didn't know Facebook had digital business cards. I'm intrigued. So basically, your Facebook digital business card is something that you already have. And I want you to think about what it's like to go to a networking event, an in-person networking event. Which one are you going to choose? If you had a choice to go to a networking event that you knew would have like 3 or 4 people at it versus a networking event that had like 50 people at it, which one would you go to? You're going to go to the one with more people at it, probably, because you're hoping that there's more opportunities for you to connect with somebody that you could benefit from their business or they could benefit from your business, right? You're hoping that you're going to find that connection there and your chances are higher. So you're going to where the traffic is. You're going to where the people are. So on Facebook, where are all the people hanging out that you can give your digital business card? Well, they're hanging out on the timelines in like the walls. I think it's the timeline now. They call it timeline, right? Used to be the wall. They're hanging out on the timelines in the comment threads and stuff of the people of influence, the people that have a following already. So what you need to do right now, right, if you're getting started or you're looking to really grow things, go make friends or follow industry leaders in your company, outside of your company, right? That kind of thing. And then go beyond that, right? Like, what are your hobbies? Like, I know you guys are like martial arts. Find some groups on Facebook that are into martial arts. You're into personal development? Find some groups about personal development. You into spirituality, law of attraction? Find groups about those things. And this is not about going and posting your links.
Do not do that, because that is what continues to give, you know, network marketers a bad name. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what gets people to be like, oh, that's just some spammy stuff. You know what I mean? It's like people need to be, you know, kind of flirted with. I mean, it's like when you go on a date, right? You go on a date and somebody goes, wow, you're beautiful. And you're like, oh, thank you. Okay, I want to have sex with you right now on this table. You know? And then after that, I do want to get married. I'm just being upfront and letting you know. And we're going to be together for the rest of our lives. And you'd be like, psycho, crazy, right? Like, this person is crazy. So that's how you come off. You either come off as, like, pushy or crazy when you go and spam stuff. Like, trust me, it's not worth it. Like, and here's the thing. There are some, very few, but some marketers that are making money that are spammy. But they're not going to go beyond the niche of people that are already in the industry. They're not going to reach anybody outside of MLM. You know, people outside of MLM, they don't, when you say leads, sales, and traffic, they don't even understand what that means. I didn't really quite know what that was before I joined. You know, like traffic, okay, I got traffic to your website, but I didn't understand, like, capturing the lead. Like, I knew, like, the concept of, like, oh, you know, I have this box where, like, I can collect emails so that they can be on a list. I actually like dug into it and found out I could do that, but I didn't know that was called capturing leads. So if you're on your wall being like, how to capture leads in sales, your marketing and your people are not, your audience and your friends are not already, into network marketing, internet marketing, MLM. You are losing people. You are just losing people, and you're leaving money on the table too, because but like they can understand, hey, how to make money in your robe, and then you got a selfie of you in a robe. Like that's.
They're like, wait, how do you do that?
How do you do that? Then they can learn about leads and sales and all that on the other end. Like we teach in our system, if you click the button below, you can learn more about that. And it's important stuff to know. But anyway, where was I? I don't even remember.
I don't know, but I'm gonna get back to like finishing my thought.
Yeah, finish your thought.
Else.
Okay, finish your
right. So now you're following people of influence.
Yeah.
In the areas of your own personal interest and directly related to whatever industry that you're in. Okay. You find those people of influence and those places of influence on Facebook. We're just talking about Facebook right now, right? That's where all the people are already hanging out. So what you're going to want to do is go leave your Facebook digital business cards everywhere. So what is your Facebook digital business card, right? That's like if I go to Nikki's Facebook timeline and I comment on her post that she put up, which is going crazy right now. It's hilarious. She asked if you've ever met a celebrity or brushed hands with a celebrity, and there's like all these people who really have. And
paragraphs, like there's such great stories. So if you have met a celebrity, I want to know about it. Come over to my Facebook.
Exactly. So here's the thing, right? I'm gonna go to Nikki's wall and show her that I'm interested in what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to talk about the time when I met such and such a celebrity. Actually, I don't know if I've really met any like celebrities, so I guess I don't have a story for that. But if I did, I would find a way to talk about that. Or if I didn't, and somebody in that thread met one of the celebrities that I'm curious about, I would say, oh my gosh, Corey, what was it like meeting Will Ferrell for the first time? Right? Now I'm engaging. I'm in there. I'm in the conversation. I'm in the pool, and guess what happens? You do that on a consistent basis all over the place and engage where the people are hanging out. You engage with the person that's posting. You engage with the other people that are in the comment threads that are talking to each other. You start conversations with them. Your digital business card is that little thumbnail of your face next to every comment that you put out there. And next to that face is your name. And what happens is when people hover over that, they can click on it and they can go to your Facebook profile. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You just left your digital business card all over the internet, right? Mm-hmm. So you need to be doing that if you want the right people to come find you, right? If you're not leaving your Facebook digital business cards everywhere, nobody knows that you exist. You've got to be out there. I'm not a very social person, okay? Like I'm kind of an introvert. I can be kind of shy.
Yeah.
When I get in front of the camera or I get on a stage, I come alive. But when I get off the stage, I'm chill, right?
Yeah.
I might rather spend some time with like my loved ones or just a handful of people.
Mm-hmm.
I could be kind of shy like that, right? We're all different people in different contexts, right? When I go to Facebook, I'm like a social butterfly. Okay, I feel more comfortable there, right? I get time to like type what I want to type, and my pictures look sexy all the time, right? Right? I knew you guys would like that. I like how you're laughing. So that's my tip on like Facebook digital business cards.
Yeah.
That's one of the best ways to organically grow your own presence on Facebook. Like I went into a new group last night, because I just got done talking about this concept, and I started just engaging. I wrote like 5 or 6 comments on different threads in that Facebook group before I went to bed. I had 2 new friend requests the next morning from people that wanted to connect with me. One of them even sent me a message.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey, thanks for your tip or whatever. I gave my perspective. I think it was on personal fan page profiles versus fan pages like we talked about earlier. And he was like, oh my God, I've been looking for clarity on this. I think I found it with your answer. Can we be friends? I was like, yeah, let's be friends. So it works.
And I would say to dedicate a certain amount of time every day to do this. Like you have to be consistent to create a momentum with anything, right? So, maybe you set aside an hour a day. And if it's an extra hour a day or half hour a day in addition to what you're already doing, and you don't have the funds to do paid traffic, like that's the thing is like we started out and we didn't have the capital, the funds to go and like invest in like paid ads, which also can be a little bit of a gamble, to be honest. If you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know what you're doing, it is more of a gamble, and it can be tricky. I mean, to be honest, we've tried it and it didn't pop that well for us. You know what I mean? Like, we're still learning even after being in this for 2 years. So, and even if you have had some kind of sales, like with some paid traffic, you're still bringing those people back to your to your timeline, to your social media. They may have not, bought what you have right away. They still want to like check you out. So you still want to create that atmosphere and that environment and communicate your products, your services, whatever it is, effectively in a way that makes you the hunted instead of the hunter. So anybody can do that, and I think it's just something that everybody should learn. If you're a business owner or you desire to be a business owner, these are the foundations. You have to know this to survive and to go beyond surviving into thriving. Because social media, I mean, look, it is always changing, but there are certain, the stuff that we're saying to you, the stuff that we said in the beginning about, okay, some of the don'ts, you can apply that to any social media, as well as just your email marketing, that similar approach. And the other piece about, why do you want to make sure that you're engaging in your niche and the things that you're passionate about? Because you're not, if I'm like, ooh, like this is what I've seen people do where they go, ooh, I heard this community was hot for this other person and they got a lot of sales going into these spirituality groups. But that person, so then you have a bunch of people going into those groups, but they're not resonant, and it's not their passion or their hobby. And not only do they come across not sincere, but they're not going to be consistent with that. You're not going to be consistent. Why not make it easier for yourself and interact with people who have similar interests as you? Because that's your low-hanging fruit anyway. And chances are those people you're going to want to work with, that you're going to feel great about. And if you're in this business, hopefully you're in this business for the long term and creating more of that legacy. Who do you want to spend time with 5 years from now?
Who do you want at your team party?
And you know what? Well, everyone else, this is another thing to say. There's a lot of people complaining about Facebook, about privacy, this, Facebook. I'm sorry, but the FBI and the CIA and whatever other secret government we have, these acronym things, they can come and look you up and look in every single email that you have, whether Facebook gives their permission or not. Sorry to tell y'all, but that's how it is.
I mean, you have more control over what you put on Facebook than you do when you go to the grocery store to go buy a pizza.
Yeah, you're in traffic and somebody cuts you off and they flick you off and they're screaming at you. You can't hit a delete button.
There's no block button for this asshole next to you.
Exactly. Yeah, on Facebook, you're like, this person's being an asshole. Block party, So that's like the cool thing is you actually have more control over your environment and like the vibe that you want to create. It is like, having, some people want to be a star. They want to be on TV or something. This is like having your own reality TV show. You're the star, the director, the producer. What do you want to broadcast to the world? You truly have this amazing opportunity, and it's like anything, guys. You create your reality with your thoughts. So if you get on Facebook and you see people, bitching about privacy and, Facebook's turning bad because of this and that, it's like, meanwhile, Avram and I are making money. And, we met through Facebook. It's a longer story than that, but we did. And we weren't like, lurking and looking for somebody on Facebook to date, but it just kind of happened that way.
Put my business card out there.
He put his business card out there, and he was creating inspiring content that made me go, this seems like somebody I want to connect with. I didn't really think that it was going to go. We're like, oh, this just seems like a cool connection, and then obviously here we are. So to me, when I see people like complain about the Facebook algorithm is bad, something happened, and it's like, you know what? Things are always changing, and you have to like either you're going to lay down and be a victim or roll with the punches, and you navigate it in a way that works for you. So something changes, you go, okay, that doesn't work anymore. I got to do this now. But I'm here to tell you that Facebook still has, thousands and thousands and thousands of people joining it every day. Billions of users. I mean, I don't even know how many, like,
It's over a billion now.
It's over 1 billion users. Like, there's still huge potential here. So, so anyway, do you guys have any questions that are popping right now?
Yeah, let's do Q&A. And you guys bring up this like really hilarious side of me. I don't know what it is, but I'm acting funny. It's all your fault.
Hey, no, what I wanted to say, I mean, I remember hearing you guys a couple of months ago on the Empower Hour call, right? And I remember you guys said something how you guys were able to literally build, you know, $250,000 just collecting 4 to 5 leads per month, and I think that's an incredible thing because a lot of people sometimes
4 to 5 leads a day.
Yeah, okay, 4 to 5 leads a day, right? And you know, sometimes a lot of people think that you need a lot of leads, you know, to actually make it work, right? But the fact that you guys brought in 4 to 5 leads per day, which is something that I think anyone can do.
Right, yeah. You know, my question is to you guys. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people are thinking is, when you were starting out on Facebook or even now, it's not like you post like your join link with everything that you do. It's kind of like you bridge market them, right? You know, to your blog, to a video, or to something, right?
Yeah. I mean, so we could go on a lot about this, but I think that the basics of it is, first of all, we know our target market, okay? Our target market is not like network marketers and MLMers and internet marketers, okay? So it's people that aren't that, right? So
they don't identify with that.
Right.
Yeah.
So if we had a link that was how to make $1,000a day.com, you know, or how to sponsor people daily.com, and we had that attached to our posts as our capture page, first of all, people would be like, I ain't clicking that. Right? So our capture page is, our link is really simple. This is one that anybody can take this and copy now, right? Our capture page is abramandnikki.com. Okay? So whenever we post something, you know, and we feel like we're going to do it, like, I'll do it like a regular post with a photo, and at the bottom I'll just put www.abramandnikki.com.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'll say click the link to find out about blah, 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 and then put the link. But most of the time, I just put the link there. Some people will click it, some people won't. It's not invasive. People are going to keep checking out my post. They're not going to get turned off, right? We tend to put out, you know, 9 out of 10 posts are going to be more value-driven posts. No links. Let me say that again, no links, right? And then when we do put our link out there with a call to action to click on it, again, you'll get more responsiveness because it's like when you watch TV, like we don't have a TV anymore. We watch stuff like we'll watch like Hulu, right? What happens is like people don't watch the commercials, right? They tune out. You know, I was laughing with Nikki. I think it was last night. We were watching something,
That's funny.
and I was like, "What was that commercial about?" And I made a joke. I said, "I think we actually have like commercial amnesia. Like the second that a commercial comes on, you start just like drifting somewhere else. Like you're just not even paying attention." And that's what happens. Like if you're constantly blasting your links on your profile, you get tuned out just like people tune out the commercials.
Right.
So that'd be my advice on that is we don't go heavy on link promotion. We go heavy on value.
Right. And that's why we have these really extraordinary numbers, you know, when it comes to, you usually just don't hear about somebody getting 4 to 5 leads a day and getting the results that we're having. Like, you just don't hear about it, you know, and that's because it's like, well, how much harder do you want to work for your sale? You know, it's a different kind of work. You know what I'm saying? If you want to just hustle and numbers, playing numbers game, and I'm going to hustle to get 100 leads a day, and then and it's like you can get like, you know, one person that will sign up from that, you know, or you have like a much higher conversion because you led with value.
If you convert somebody off of Facebook, somebody opts in your capture page because they like you, first of all, they're going to come in and they're going to be excited to work with you.
Yeah. And
then secondly, they're going to be excited to spend money with you too.
And here's the other thing too is when you give a lot of value, like it is a psychological thing that I think we are all for the most part wired this way. You know, when you have someone that made an impact on you. I mean, we get like emails sometimes that people seriously were going to commit suicide.
Wow.
And they watched one of our videos or saw a post that we made.
Powerful.
And I don't like read that and like expect anything from them or anything like that. It's more like just working with the awareness that when you do give generously from the generosity of spirit, people, and you impact people, they're like, wow, they like want to give something to you or buy from you. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just like, I wish I could work with them. I wish I could spend more time with them. How do I get closer to them?
That's the big one. I wish I could spend more time.
Yeah, and so, you know, for them to have the opportunity to join your business is that opportunity. You know, and personally for me, like Abram and I, we didn't go too much into our story with that, but we were doing a specific coaching modality. We spent over $20,000 to, you know, be part of this coaching modality. And so we wrote blogs about consciousness and like spoon bending and like all this kind of stuff, you know, and by the time we joined Empower, it was like, there were just people that were like, oh my God, whatever you're doing, I don't even know what you're doing, but whatever it is, I want to be a part of it.
Wow. That's crazy.
Awesome.
That's amazing.
That's awesome. Yeah, man. You guys are like so cool, man. You know, I'm sure everyone is just going crazy now. They're starting to think of different ways they can change. I mean, I'm like, all right, I'm going to do this. Like, I'm thinking of like more things. Every time I hear you guys talk about it, it increases, you know, my want of doing more on social media, you know, genuinely, you know.
That's it.
And it's really powerful. So you mentioned something earlier, too, about your friend who I think was the masseuse guy. I'm not a chiropractor. I don't even remember. But you mentioned how he most likely could get a lot more engagement on those posts if he was doing tips and like cool little blogs about these things. And you know, a lot of people out there in the audience, you know, I think that example really works all around. You know, for anyone. If you give more value on what it is that you can offer people, the more likely, like, you know, Nikki just said, that they're just going to want to give back. And so having a blog, having videos are ways to doing that, you know, and we want to make sure that you guys really have access to the right kinds of blogs you want to start using, and the right kind of trainings you want to have to utilize those blogs that are really going to implement, you know, the kind of income you want to start generating, right, babe?
Absolutely. So look, guys, what's gonna happen? I think there's like a couple of minutes there, right? And if someone invited you, if we invited you, right, or anyone else invited you, there's gonna be a link right there or add to cart button, right? And what we want to give you the opportunity is not just to pick up a blog, right? But the blog doesn't just come by itself, right? It comes with us. It comes with people who actually care about you, people who want to help you succeed, people who want to help you use and, you know, utilize that blog. I mean, look, if you watch the whole training video up to this point, right, this webinar that Abram and Nikki have put together, up to this point, right, there's two things that are going to happen. It's either you wasted your time or you actually going to take this information, solidify that decision by purchasing and going ahead and adding that blog, right?
Yeah.
You can go ahead and click that button at any moment, right? But what I want to do is I kind of want to just bring out the people, you know, our panel here.
Yeah,
you know, some of the people who've decided to lock arms with us. And they're going to come out and they're going to share with you guys, you know, why it's so important for you to go now and click on that button and get started.
Absolutely, guys. I want you to come on out here, tell everyone what was your aha moment that you're going to immediately apply and why everyone needs that blog to start generating some engagement for their business or brand. Go ahead. Let's have James Brown with those nice palm trees over
there. Hey, guys. I'm just excited and pumped because could you hear me okay, actually, with the wind going on here?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm excited because the value that you guys are giving by just even the interactions, because I actually have people that I've gone out there and done this with, and they've come back by accident, but I've never actually done that on purpose. And also to be able to have a blog to bring and promote on my Facebook is so important. I just appreciate how you do things, going to the places that you're interested in, going to the places where that you're involved in with different activities that you're involved with or different leaders. I like how there's a direct place to go and engage with the people, because I've just been kind of going out there all over the place, and this gives me a more direct focus of my time, and that's important when you're not trying to spend too much money. So that's awesome. I'm fired up about this, and I'm going to take some action.
Awesome, very good, James. Let everyone up there in the audience know why
Thanks,
they
guys.
have a decision right now to get started and get that blog. If you guys haven't already done so, I don't know what you're waiting for. You should do it right now.
Just do it. You know,
as James is speaking, you know.
Yeah, just do it right now, guys. Because remember, you know, just go ahead and do it.
Wait.
What's up?
Right now, you should do
Right
it.
now,
Right
there you
now.
go,
Right now.
you do it right now.
Just had to, I'm sorry. Right now.
She had to be dramatic.
I had to do
Hey,
it.
guys, by the way, my birthday's December 7th.
December 7th. So if you really want to celebrate, you know, his
Come
birthday,
on, give me some love. Show me
get
some
the
love.
blog, because then he can actually talk to you, and it
Yeah.
might be on his birthday, which is very honorary.
Actually,
'cause
I'm not sure about
he'll be 24. You know, the next time you see him, even though we do these hashtag free workshop Wednesdays every week, the next time you'll see him, he will be 24 years old.
Brand new.
The last
never
time you'll see
experienced.
him at the age of 23.
This is it, man. I'm shedding off the skin.
Oh, that's it.
You know what I'm saying?
He's growing. He's
So
gonna
click on that button right there any moment.
Go ahead. Very good. Very good. Let's have Skyrocket. Come on out here, man.
What's going on? Skyrocket here. Yo, Apollo, I just have a feeling that you're going to come out with this completely new appearance and, like, new style almost for some reason. Like, just to surprise everybody, but just the type of person that you are. But, yeah, guys, honestly, this training was really cool. I wanted to thank Abram and Nikki because, like, one of the main things that I took away was the business card. And I was like, business card? What? And it was just a matter of engaging with people, and engaging with people's posts is kind of something I really didn't do. I kind of like and share more, and then kind of like message them and follow up. So that's something I'm definitely going to be applying more. But guys, the blog aspect of it, the blog's kind of cool because what we do is we blog about our passions and what really kind of moves us and keeps us going, or things that we like, or things that we find interesting, and that we kind of hope to share with other people if they find it interesting or to provide some value out of it. So it's just tools that you can use to better yourself. Honestly, that's what we focus on here, and surrounding ourselves with like-minded people. So guys, just get in, honestly.
This message was again approved by Skyrocket, and you know, if he said it, you gotta get it. That rhymed, and I didn't mean to. I just, you know, tend to rap every now and again. I gotta drop an album so I can get a fan page. That's according to
Your brother's going off on you.
You know, Sky, you know, he mentioned something really important, is that, you know, the blog is a tool
That's
for
right.
you to use, and it's a way of giving a reason to your audience on Facebook for them to want to engage with you. You know, it's a tool for that. So that's really powerful, guys. Again, if you haven't made the decision, I don't know if you're waiting for an invitation, but you just got one. So go ahead and click on that button. Let's have two people, one vision. Dan and Rebecca, come on out here and you know, share whatever it is that you felt was your biggest aha moment, and why everyone should be making the decision to go and get that blog. Go ahead, Rebecca.
Hey guys, that was it was really awesome to be on there and to hear more insight as to what you guys, you know, do. I know I appreciate it. Always learning something new and taking something new from it is always exciting, you know. Now we just got to get in there and implement it now. So thank you both for your time. I know that I appreciate it. I know other people appreciate it. So anyway, just thank you. And like I said, I can't wait to try some of these things out.
Bam, nice, very good. She's super mom over there.
Yeah,
man.
she's like.
I'm trying to paint the new baby's room.
Yeah, she's probably like chasing her 2-year-old. and then she's also, you know, gonna be giving birth around Vegas time. So
Yeah,
you know,
that's crazy.
she's super mom, like literally super mom. And you know, she's also made the decision along with her husband, you know, to get the blog, you know, start giving back, you know, giving value, and talking about the things that they're passionate about, and all to be able to not only just inspire the world, but man, they're beginning to generate some powerful leads on social media. I think they did like 120 leads or something like that.
Yeah, they did.
You know, in a single day, you know, from some of these social media avenues. And I want to let you guys know, you just need that blog, you know, to get started here. And I'm just so excited.
I just want to share something about why you should go ahead and pick up that blog, right? I mean, when I first got started, there was like this 90-day challenge. You had to blog for 90 days. And I'll never forget it, but what blogging really did for me, it really changed my life, right? Because, you know, there's a power in being able to take what's in your mind and putting it into words, and then words into sentences, and then sentences into paragraphs, and then eventually have a blog post, right? One of the things that I was not really good at when I got started is I didn't really know how to speak with direction, right? I was kind of all over the place. I would start a sentence, and I just didn't, honestly, you would have thought I like somehow like didn't go to high school or something. But what blogging really did for me, right? It not only allowed me to put content out there on the internet, but it allowed me to develop a skill set that I profit from till this day. It also allowed me to get my wife because, you know, I was a little shy. I was messing up my words, right? But blogging finally allowed me to really just develop that skill set of communication, right? And for whoever's in business, whoever's looking to do that, blogging will help you develop that skill set because it's cool, man. It's like
Absolutely.
an art, you know?
You know, it's weird. It's like when you put something on a blog, you know, people just somehow respect it a lot more.
It's like, whoa.
It's like, well, if it's on a blog, it must be true. You know?
Exactly.
Like there's this like little thing that happens. But
now's your chance to go ahead and pick up that blog, guys. It's only $25, and if you're saying to yourself, maybe I don't have $25, or you know, what is this, right? Look, I want to let you guys know, like whether you have the money or you don't, right? You just need to go ahead and get it, right? It's just that big of a reason to want to go ahead and get it. Just with the stuff that Avram and Nikki shared on, you know, you can go ahead and take this blog and actually take action on what they shared with you on Facebook strategies, and you can probably get, you know, some results for your business, or probably get the results you've been looking for. So go ahead and just click on that blog, guys, because I promise you it's going to be life-changing. It's actually going to be more than just you picking up a tool. It's actually going to include a lot more different things, right?
Absolutely. In fact, once you do it, we're going to contact you personally, do a one-on-one, and kind of talk about, you know, some of your goals, your passions. What is it that you like to do, and how we can help you utilize that blog effectively to get you closer to that reality of your goals and dreams, man. We're excited to have you all here. We're so pumped up. Thank you so much for coming here to #FreeWorkshop
every Wednesday
at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
We are here. The next time you'll see him, he'll be 24.
I'll be 24, man. I'm gonna be different. You know what's gonna happen is a new layer of skin's gonna come on my face, and I'm gonna look different.
That's pretty weird.
Yeah, don't worry. It's gonna be the best.
I think it'll be cool.
It'll be cool.
Yeah, for sure.
The best version of you.
Yes,
exactly.
Exactly. Every day.
It comes in a different color too.
What?
A little tanner.
You gonna be black or something?
No, not black.
All right, guys. We're excited, man. Have a great night, and cheers.
Thank you so much. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.